I'm Victor Curran, and on behalf of the Transcendentalism Council First Parish in Concord, I am happy to welcome you this evening. Since 2009, our group has planned and presented programs like this one that educate and celebrate the lives and work of the people who made Concord home to American independence and imagination. I'd like to thank my friends and colleagues, Shelley Hawkes, Mary Beth Kelly, and Carolina Maciel, who planned and organized tonight's event. Mary Beth and Shelley are here, and Carolina is joining us from Brazil, where it's summertime. A couple housekeeping things. There will be Q&A after the lecture. If you are in the room, put up your hand. We'll bring a mic to you, and you can ask your question. Please wait till you have the mic, because a lot of people are watching us on Zoom, and they won't hear you unless you have the mic. If you are watching on Zoom, put your question in the Q&A, and we'll get it passed along to Jeff. Following the Q&A, if you are here in person, you're invited to join us for a reception downstairs in the Parish Hall. And if you're watching us on Zoom, just go to the kitchen and get another glass of wine. Now, Jeffrey S. Cramer, I'm so happy to have Jeffrey this evening. Jeff is the curator at the Walden Woods Project Library. That's a role he has been in for 24 years. He is writer and editor of major publications on Henry David Thoreau and Ralph Waldo Emerson, including Walden, a fully annotated edition that won a 2004 National Outdoor Book Award and a 2005 Boston Authors Club Julie Award Howe Special Award. And USA Today describes Jeff's Walden annotations as short, illuminating conversations. His book, Solid Seasons, Friendship of Henry David Thoreau and Ralph Waldo Emerson, was published by Counterpoint Press in 2019. Now, I personally am very grateful to Jeff because he kept me out of some serious trouble. See, 8 years ago, my daughter got married, and before she got married, she took me aside, and my wife took me aside, and reminded me that fathers of brides have a bad reputation for getting up and saying something inappropriate at the wedding reception. And both of them told me, don't say anything stupid. So I reached for Jeff's carefully curated collection, the Quotable Thoreau, and I found this early Thoreau poem to read as a toast at my daughter's wedding. We two that planets erst have been are now a double star, and in the heavens may be seen where that we fixed are. Yet whirled with subtle power along, into new space we enter, and evermore with spheral song revolve about one center. So Jeff, you saved me from making an ass of myself at my daughter's wedding. So thank you. Besides his writing and editing, in 2017 Jeff was the historical consultant for the Ken Burns-produced documentary Walden that was created for Walden Pond State Reservation. So you can see that in the visitor center there. That was during the Thoreau Bicentennial. And Jim Fleming of Wisconsin Public Radio recently said, Jeffrey Cramer lives and breathes Thoreau. He may know more about the bard at Walden Pond than anyone else alive. So please join me in welcoming Jeff Cramer.
Thank you, Victor. And thank you all for coming out. This is actually long past my bedtime, so if I doze off a little bit in the middle of this, please forgive me. It's dark out. Yeah. But thank you all for coming, and I appreciate the invitation to come here. So thank you, Victor, and all who worked to make this event happen. And for those of you who've been kind enough to come to previous talks of mine, you know, usually a talk is based around a book I've done, and I talk about the hows and the whys of that book and what I did to make it happen. But tonight's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to just talk about my sort of life with Thoreau. I've been doing this for about 50-odd years, I'm somewhat embarrassed to say. And so I just want to talk about the effect that Thoreau has had on me and things I have sort of learned through my journey. And like Thoreau has said, I should not talk so much about myself if there were anybody else whom I know so well. So the personal pronoun will be used